Welcome to Kickstarter Radio 102.4. I'm your host, Lipstickpaddy, and we're here today on Kickstarter looking at Road Vendetta, this amazingly exciting game. Music today coming from the video game Interstate 76, an absolute classic from the, I want to say, early 90s. Memory of video games back then a blur, but it was a great game. This is like a Hollywood racing game full of combat where you have a set of cars and a helicopter, or a chopper as they like to call it. Now before we look at the Kickstarter, I just want to tell you about what's going on my sister channel, which is the PC Gamer Radio channel, where due to the flack World of Warcraft Shadowlands is getting, saying that there's no content in the game, I've actually done a video to show you why the end game is amazing and why the content is so incredible. Like, check that video out with the eye above or in the description below. And if you're here because you love Kickstarter games, you might love my radio show called Broadcast that I do on Sundays that I make just for people like yourself. It has 50% music and 50% rounding up the games that I covered on the week. So this Sunday will be Broadcast, looking at the games this week and updating you, of course, on any interesting things like stretch goals that we might see on Thunder Road. Anyhow, talking of Thunder Road, here we are, the classic 86 game about the world's most lethal car race, revved up and reloaded. Very exciting. 20-day campaign, is it? Busted past its goal. Over 4,000 backers. I'm one of them. And if you $1 pledge, you will get this coin, which is in the news. The start player coin. Fair enough. Now, very exciting stuff happening here. The $50 Kickstarter that you're looking at here doesn't appear to be getting stretched in the stretch goals at all. We're actually here to get the Kickstarter box, I guess, because it's a bigger box, more stuff, more content. Excuse me. The actual retail box here, you're all in vehicles that are balanced. The expansions are bringing you motorbike team and a big rig team, very exciting. Expansions are bringing you different setups, so you all play a different character, so you've got asynchronous starts. You're going to want that, aren't you? Bringing extra tracks with more dangerous tracks, more Hollywood events, more cards, more events that are happening. Of course, you want it all. In fact, comparing the retail to the Kickstarter box is night and day, peeps. It says here, though, that the $50 Kickstarter box here is going to have the 5th player Big Rig Final 5 expansion, is what it says. So that is kind of neat, and I wonder if the retail is going to come with a big rig. Anywho, let's go down. Rolling dice, assigning these dice for your cars, and then basically that's your movement. You will have to dodge around the track, and if you end up next to a car, you can potentially damage them. You're going to be rolling for attack, you're going to be rolling for defend. And certain events will happen where you can like slide people off and things like this. And helicopters can come in and do Hollywood effects and all that goodness. Here comes the helicopter. What I like about it is it's linear track, and when you get to the end of your track, you will be extending it. I like that the track boards have nice names. We've got the Dry Bulch, we've got the Choke, and what's this middle one called? The Dry Gulch. Would like to see a little bit more greenery, a bit of water that you do get to see in the desert, and some really large cactuses, which I can definitely say happens in it, because I'm here in Mexico, and some agave plants, you know, the big agaves, like aloe veras that are in the desert that makes tequila. Get some of them down. There's loads of them in the desert. Anyway, Rulebook, so you can check him out. Play it now on Tabletop Simulator. This is the second Kickstarter. It got cancelled before. This is a lot better. Brothers Murph, they were in Gen Con 2021 and were talking about the prototype, but it's looking really good anyway, isn't it? Were they at Gen Con? I can't remember. I first heard of this Gen Con 2021 anyhow. So yeah, you hit the gas, you get this extra ammo box. This is kind of confusing because here it says you don't get the big rig expansion, but if we come up here, the 50 Kickstarter price, it says fifth player is in there, so let's just have a look here. Thunder Road Vendetta, base game, extra ammo pack, not talking about the 5th player, Final 5 expansion box in this pledge. So is that confusing? It is for me. I'm not going for that pledge anyway. I'm probably going to update to the bigger one. Why? Because we'll find out. Beautiful Kickstarter box. It looks like it's got some enamel bossing on the front. Shiny, shiny. And it's a box that can hold all the stuff, and it has a nice plastic insert. Now, rods themselves are double-sided. Art does look nice. I think it should have a bit more pop on it and a little bit more difference in fauna. Now, in the base game, you're just getting these types of roads. You get more different types in the expansions. Cars themselves come with washes. I wish the choppers came with a translucent stand because they just look a little bit less polished. Rex, I don't know if this is terrain stuff that's hanging around, but yeah, nice. Movement dice, I wish they were translucent because that adds that Kickstarter polish, doesn't it? They just look a little bit retail as they are. And the FX dice as well, they totally could go translucent. You know, I don't mind it if Kickstarters have a dice add-on to actually make the dice more pimped out. And trust me, I always go for that expansion. Anyhow. This is coming in then for all backers. Mini expansion. This is going to be really good. Row conditions coming in, but what's going on here? Hope this is not final. Because the expansions down below, which you'll show you, has artwork on them, and these are devoid of art. This is one big complaint I have of the Kickstarter, is this. It feels like a compromise, and hopefully it is addressed. I know they're saying they're giving you this for free, but there should be an artist on this because it doesn't tie in with the other cards. Anyhow, check the gameplay out. Looking amazing. Totally looking amazing. Helicopter just looking funny. Just looking funny. Wish that was addressed. Does have this great 2D art feel, 3D about it, which is looking super cool. Now it says the big rig Final 5 is $40, adds a 5th player and 2 new crews. Like, up above saying it's on the $50 pledge is so confusing when it's not included. The 2 crews though are, first is the big mini rig. This is not going to be 3 cars of 3 different sizes. This is going to be one big rig. The other team is going to be 5 bikes. So yeah, delicious. Big rig comes in, muscles everything out of the way. Bikes can interweave between the cars, looking super cool. I guess the bikes though can be blown up fairly quick. I mean, the cars themselves have 2 health. I'm guessing the bikes just have 1. They all seem to be coming in boxes that would appear that these boxes will come out at retail. These expansions, though, are getting stretched in the stretch goals, and we don't know yet if it goes to retail. Are the retail boxes going to include the stretch goals that are being unlocked financially? Are they Kickstarter exclusives to these expansions? We don't know if any of these expansions are exclusive, because Restoration Games normally bring out their stuff into retail. Now, expansions 2 then, this is actually more boards and fire, looking great. Look at these new tiles as well. Got this kind of toxic sludge, fire, there is a kind desert glass they're calling it, and salt flats, which says savour the taste of speed. In fact, these ramps here where it's wee, oh she, they've actually got some 3D terrain of like rings of fire you've got to jump through, so that's, which we'll see down below. Now we start to see some of the card art here with the ongoing effect cards, and you see that there has been art put on these, and as we go down below you'll see art on the other cards too, and that pack they're putting in the extra ammo mini expansion without the art is like scandalous. On fire. I thought that we were jumping through these. Am I completely confused? Anyway, it's super audacious. It's like a shortcut, isn't it, to jump over the fire? But you're going to have to be going super fast. So yeah, that's looking awesome. Expansion 3 then. This is great then. Crew leaders, giving everybody a different asynchronous start, and upgrade cards for the vehicles, looking lovely. So each of these have their own special powers. Nice and colourful. They've got that kind of Interstate 96 feel. It is supposed to be in the 80s though, but we've got some kind of fun here going on. And again, we've got more art on the upgrade cards. And please, for heaven's sake, extra ammo pack. Put cards like this in for the extra ammo pack, because they just stand out as like not like it's an added extra that wasn't part of the plan or something. They just look alien to the art of the game, and it needs to be addressed. Oil slick though, and mines coming in here, so more Hollywood action is happening in the game with all these expansions. Hopefully more strategy as well, and it's certainly this idea of it being a Hollywood game, doing amazing stunts, and like you're in an action movie car scene. That's what you're getting here. Now, not included in the big pledge, the big pledge. What's this? Friendly local grease monkey pledge. This is the retailers. Okay, maximum chrome then, where you get Thunder Road, big rig expansion, run, shop, extra ammo, the insert. There's a crew leader, which we'll see, and the paint wash and the stretch goals. So if you want card sleeves, this is going to be 20 on. This is going to be good though. They're somewhat custom here because it says matte on the back, glossy on the front, and enough to sleeve the cards in all the expansions and the extra ammo. So wonderful. Just taking a drink here, peeps, hope you don't mind. Art prints if you want them, you know. This is something I'd like to see in the update before doing this, and everyone on the $1 pledge is there because of shipping is a little bit ambiguous. Now, stretch goals. I want to see the extra ammo have art, but yeah, slick roads and windy conditions, really good. A new crew leader for the crop shop, fantastic. Carnage, new hazard token, a quake, nice. More road conditions, tremors and guardrails for the extra ammo. Art needs art. Mini expansion, advanced airstrikes for the helicopters. Snowplow, this is a new upgrade. Oh, sounds great, doesn't it? And a new road is coming, boneyard, and a glass oasis. Wow. Any more stretch goals coming? Maybe. What do I want to see with stretch goals? I want to see art then for the art needs to come up to the rest of the game, is what I'm trying to say with the mini expansion. And I want to see helicopters with translucent pegs lifting them up. It looks a bit weird. So yeah, you get what you want if you come on Kickstarter. You get the Maximum Chrono Edition, which is the big box. It says, we do not plan to put Maximum Chrono Edition or the non-expansion add-ons into retail. So the sleeves and the art pack are not going to retail. Anyhow. Now, I like shipping. It's fairly low end, especially on the Maximum Chrome one. I hope Mexico is somewhere in that list, not in the all others. And hopefully it comes in around $50, which is what it would be in the European Union. Do you think that it's expensive, my fellow Europeans? Because living here in Mexico, that's not that shabby. I want to know how you feel about these shippings to your country, peeps. And here, this is why it's expensive. Quartermaster Logistics, yes, they are very good, but get more partners on board. It's not unusual to see Kickstarters with more than 2 or 3. In fact, I've seen one with 6 different companies that are delivering on it. So, you know, having one is something that Restoration Games can do a little bit of due diligence and get more signed up with them. That's how I feel. So yeah, please, Restoration Games, extend your shipping. Large team, of course, on this game, and they think it deserves a Kickstarter of high quality, which is why they cancelled their first Kickstarter and come back now with a proper campaign. It's looking amazing. I want to further this story by going into the updates, because the second update was delicious. Look how much update news we're getting here. All the type of things that are getting unlocked is getting explained. Talking about the new character that got unlocked. Really high detailed look at them, and giving you some of the some of the live streams that are coming on and stuff like that. So I like the updates that Restoration Games do. It's looking fabulous. FAQ though, anything in here that's of interesting? I guess what's the name of the song in the video? You might want to look at that. And then when we look at the song, look how much kind of permission crap that is around songs. They are so overprotected. And don't I know about it, because whenever I use custom music on songs like this one, the video always gets flagged, doesn't it? I mean, fair use, peeps. As long as we put the tracks down below, if you see the track being played, you're most likely to go and listen to that if you like it on Spotify, right? It's like playing songs on YouTube is like radio. Radio gets permission to do it. Why can't we do it? Anyway, that's why my podcast radio show is so beneficial, because I can play songs on that. That's why you should go and check out the podcast called Broadcast. Anyway, Thunder Road Vendetta looking really, really good. Just need to tighten up a few things. I'd like to see a bit more colour on the boards, some kind of agave, more bigger style of cactuses, and maybe some deadwood trees would look nice with the pink flowers that grow on them. Hey, I'm in Mexico. This stuff is out here. And I'd like to see those helicopters buffed up a little bit with translucent stands. Yeah, I don't think that's that much to ask for, is it? And with 19 days to go, who knows what's coming for this game, but it's looking super spectacular. There's a lot of us in the $1 pledge though, and that's possibly because there's too many games at the minute on Kickstarter, isn't there? Have you checked out my channel? Dear God, these last 2 weeks have been amazing. And I'll tell you what, peeps, this week's getting very difficult to tell you what the Kickstarter of the week is, because yesterday that Purple Haze looks amazing, and so does Thunder Road Vendetta. Well, if these two are tied, we'll have to see on Sunday which of these two gets head and shoulders above the other with what starts to get unlocked on the campaign. So that is going to be kind of exciting, is it? Because we do update you on the Sundays what's happening on the Kickstarters. So anyhow, peeps, thank you so much for listening. I've been your host, Lipstickpaddy, and this has been Kickstarter Radio 102.4. So yeah, I'd love to know your comments down below about what you thought of Thunder Road Vendetta, especially the second Kickstarter. If you want to help the video, please give it a like and think about subscribing if you love the content. So peeps, thank you once again. You take care, stay safe, and bye bye for now.